Building powerful apps has never been easier thanks to Firebase, Google's versatile backend-as-a-service platform. Today, we'll focus on Firestore, Firebase's robust and intuitive database solution. Get ready to discover how Firestore simplifies backend development, giving you real-time data synchronization, flexible scaling, and offline capabilities. We'll take you through a step-by-step walkthrough, demonstrating just how easy it is to integrate Firestore into your Android apps. Whether you're building a chat app, a collaborative workspace, or even the next big social media platform, Firestore is your key to a seamless backend experience. Let's get started. Step 1. Create your Firebase project. In the Firebase console, click on Add Project. Give your project a unique and memorable name. This will be the home for all your backend resources. Once you've entered your project name, click Continue. You'll be asked to enable Google Analytics. You can choose whether to include it or not. Click Create Project and then wait a few moments while Firebase prepares your new project. Step 2. Now that our Firebase project is ready, let's connect it to our Android app. In the Firebase console, go to your project overview and you should see an option to add Firebase to your Android app. Click on the Android icon. This will open a setup wizard where you'll need to enter some details. Here, you'll be asked to enter your app's package name. This is a unique identifier for your app. Make sure to enter it correctly, as this is how Firebase will recognize your app. After entering your package name, click on the Register App button. Firebase will now generate a Google Services JSON file that contains configuration details for your app. Download this file. We'll add it to our Android project in a moment. Now, let's add the necessary dependencies to our build.gradle file to access the Firebase platform and the Firestore library. This allows us to utilize Firestore's features in our Android app. These dependencies bring the power of Firebase into our code, giving us everything we need to work with the Firestore database. Next, grab that Google Services.json file that you downloaded from the Firebase console and place it in your app's module folder. This file contains essential configuration details that link your app to your Firebase project. Now, let's craft the user interface for our app. We'll keep it simple. We'll have an input field where users can type in the data they want to store, a button to save that data to Firestore, and a list to display the data we fetch from the database. This is just a basic layout to get you started. You can always customize and enhance it as you build more complex features into your app. Time to bring your data to life in Firestore. We'll start by initializing our DB variable with a reference to our Firestore database. Then we'll create a note object, which is essentially a map of key value pairs representing our note's content. To store this note, we use db.collection notes, add note. We also have two listeners attached, add-on success listener to handle a successful save, and add-on failure listener to catch any errors that might occur. Here's a quick glimpse of our app in action, successfully saving a note to Firestore. To retrieve our notes from Firestore and display them in the app, here's the code snippet to fetch and process the data. Now, I'll show you where in the Firebase console you can see your Firestore data being stored. Switch over to your Firebase project in the console and navigate to the Firestore database section. Here, you'll see the Notes collection, and within it, the documents representing each note you've saved. This is your real-time view of the data your app is interacting with. And that wraps up our Firebase Firestore tutorial. We've covered the basics of connecting your Android app to Firestore, designing a simple UI, and implementing code to save and retrieve data. This is just the beginning of what you can achieve with Firebase. There are so many more features to explore, like real-time updates, authentication, cloud functions, and more. So stay tuned for future tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.